Just doing my you know what. Snow in my shoe. Can't get away from the snow. Anyway, welcome back everyone. We're back trash picking. Early morning. It's so nice every single week. Days get longer in the morning, days get longer at night. Really starting to see the difference. It's 6:40. Look how bright it is outside. We have a cat crossing the road. Not a chicken this time, but let's find some treasure out here. See what happens. Taco stacks, trash picking, just stepped in snow. Snow in my shoe. Foot's going to get cold here in a couple minutes. Let's find some goodies. Let's do it. Second stop. Same thing. Sort of. Same item. But there's a bonus. There's a bonus. I also saw my competition. I probably saw him 2 minutes after my last stop, which is probably about 5 minutes ago. I drove through this whole side to my right, that whole area, that area. I'll have enough metal to go to the metal yard. As you see, I did not get much out. Didn't have enough for my last video to go to the scrap yard. So I just went home and got sad. But realistically, more importantly, I will be going after this. Because, oh, jeez. Threw my gloves over here. I've been throwing them on my dash. I have a friend who left a comment that said, throw them on your dashboard to keep them warm. And I just chucked over here and now it fell off over there. I feel like I just pulled an oblique just trying to grab that, but yes. Stop 2, complete. I wanted to sort of make note of it, however, this isn't really a great example. Everything on this side of the street is so snow-packed, and then everything on that side, it's like the snow is melting. Obviously, I showed it one side where it's not really melting. But I noticed that almost all the way through town. That's where I found some flats. I don't know if there's a restaurant here or something, because they always have like a lot of tomato sauce. No, it's a garage. No. Maybe they just make a lot of stuff with tomato sauce. Pasta, maybe? Pizzas? Yeah, not a good example, because over here, well, you can kind of, probably can't really see it on camera. The snow on the right is very thin compared to the one on top, because it's been melting and being compacted. But most of the town, it's an old box, but nothing in it. Most of the town has been like this. Like, one side is all grass and the other side's all snow. Difference between what side sees sun. Looks like we have aquarium. Ooh, that's dirty. Oh, surprised it didn't freeze overnight. The aquarium is very dirty. It's one of those things also, I think, I would say similar to pet carriers, is that you first get the animal and then you're like, oh, I need this, I need that. I think a lot of people buy an aquarium like that and then buy a fish like 3 months later. Almost like you buy it at the store, but you never buy it at a yard sale. It's one of those items. I don't know, because if you go to the store and you buy a fish, I think you need the aquarium. So if you don't have the aquarium, you buy it right there. I don't know. They should give that kind of product a name. It's not impulse buy. It's got to be something else. It's not a parasite. It's something. Parasite buy? Where if one thing happens, you have to do the other. It like leeches on. I don't know. We'll make up something. open this door first. This thing is heavy. Speaking of dogs, huh? I don't think that's a dog ramp. I think that might be for a wheelchair. It's got some snot to it. That is something I probably won't scrap because I might be able to use it for if I ever need to load something into the van. Now, am I going to drive it around with it? No. But there's been times where I had to like load a, I don't know if that'll hold a lawnmower. I've had to load a lawnmower into my van once. And I used some too sketchy boards. I don't know. We'll look it up. We'll see what it's worth. I imagine it's probably worth a lot more selling it to someone who can use it rather than them go out and buy it brand new than it is to scrap it. I don't know what it is. It's a ramp that folds out. It's got traction. Probably for, I would say, for a wheelchair. That'd be my guess. Probably been a while since I documented some of these old homes. This one's really nice. Look at that thing. That's a beauty. Some people like seeing these old homes. I would say this town does have it. I always like those people, those box truck that those people have. I don't know what that sound is, but it's not very pleasant. Alright, probably the last stop of today's journey. Today's journey, every day's a journey. It's actually going back and watching some of my older videos. I mean old videos, like the ones from 7 years ago. I think I started March 17th. Is it 2017? It's out there. Kind of just different. Like, obviously everything's different, but like I even look different. I look skinnier. I wouldn't say I look as like, I don't know. I look different. I'm skinnier, and it's hard to believe I drove that old Chevy van. I can't remember what year it was that. I think it was a 2001. It's 2001 or 1998. I think it was 2001. It's just hard to believe I even drove that thing. That thing, I wouldn't say it sucked, but it was not very safe. It should have got out of that a lot sooner. But it was kind of cool to see that, like, I don't know, it's just old times. So if you guys are really bored and you want to go back in time, YouTube's a great time machine. Just click on the videos, go from oldest to newest, and sit down and watch the cringe fest. That was me 7 years ago. I don't know if that's garbage or not. Wow, that sun, time of the year, that sun's just not doing it for me. Get to the metal yard. I'm going to recycle this stuff, so you're going to see the full process in one video. I do have to clip some of those cords. That's definitely a necessity. Get a little bit more money for that, but that'll just go into my bucket that I have in my garage, which yesterday I was out there for about an hour going through all my non-ferrous metals and trying to separate it. I have this huge bin of non-ferrous metals, aluminum, stainless steel, copper, all stuff that has to be separated. So whenever I get something at a storage auction or an auction itself, I have two bins in each of my buildings that I throw all the wire in, you know, aluminum, whatever, and I put steel into the other bin. So once in a while I'll take that large bin and then dump it into this big bucket, and then when I have time I'll separate it more and more. So that's where this wire will go, but I have to take it apart. This ice thing is still here. Ooh, there's some nice bicycles in there. There's a guy who I follow who owns a scrapyard, and the amount of comments he gets about why doesn't he save this and why doesn't he save that. He does save a handful of things, but I would definitely get in trouble if I owned a scrapyard. I mean, just thinking about all the stuff people get rid of. I get a ton of comments myself of things that I get rid of, and people are like, why'd you throw that in the scrap pile? You could have sold it, you could have done this, you could have done that. But unfortunately, you just can't keep everything, and then once you start keeping everything, then you miss out on opportunities on doing other things. So we are here. I gotta get my clipper. I don't know what this yellow plates are over here, but yeah, there's a nice bicycle in there. You know, there's water tanks. There's a push mower. Not over here anything fun, exciting. Not really. I see some vacuum cleaners. That's part to a snowblower. Nothing too crazy this time. I guess the bicycle is probably the best thing over there. Got a smell of diesel fuel and what smells like gear oil. So we're going to throw all this stuff in. I'm not going to throw that that ramp in. At least not yet. We're going to go back and unfold it and see what it looks like. But had tons of comments on this about the cord. Someone clipped the cord on it. Something with if there's a defect or you're trying to, I don't know, return it or recall or something, that you have to clip the cord and show them. So maybe that's the reason why this was clipped. But time to throw all this stuff in, make a little money. Okay, so I made it home, and now let's oh, drop my glove. Let's figure out this this ramp thing. For a second I was like, hey, look, I've never mind. I was talking about having the hitch for a trailer, and how both my vehicles don't have trailer hitches. But for some reason I didn't know this vehicle had a hook there, but it's been used before. So yes, let's figure out this thing. So it has a handle on the side. I'm thinking it's for wheelchairs. That's my guess. Oh, man. Comes out like that. Oh. Is it bent? Like, why is it doing that? Oh, I think I see what's going on here. So what I think is going on here is it's supposed to have these latches somewhere over here. See how there's two? There's one up there and then there's one here. I think this one needs one as well. It needs two. And they must have either, like should have been like right there, because right now it's very, very wobbly. That side's great. All right, well, that would solve that. Is it still sellable? I don't see why not. So it was definitely a cool find. I think I'm going to try selling it on Facebook, even though it is a little bit janky. I think I'll just mention that and see what happens. Like I've said, this thing does weigh a lot. Scrap value, I don't think they would give me clean aluminum because it's got all like this tracks and all this other stuff. So I would say it's probably dirty aluminum, but very heavy. So I'd probably say it's around $15. But I think it's worth a lot more on Facebook. So we'll see what happens with that. Keep you guys updated with what happens. And Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe down below for more trash picking episodes, more videos, and more fun adventures. Catch you guys next time. Next adventure. Until next time, have a great day. Keep living a dream. Peace.